following is a presentation of the Belly Up Sports Media Network.
And I'm ready to go crazy because the Celtics are going all the way.
Hey, Nick, go handle our light work.
Bowl games matter.
I would like a cold cut sandwich.
Attaboy, Happer.
You can call him Eamon Owens because he ain't got no D and he ain't got no J.
James Madison.
Turn your body cams off. Do what you do.
Hey, everybody, what is going on? It is Tuesday night. That means it is time for another edition of Craft Brewed Sports. I am Mike. With me, as always, is Scott. Scott, how you feeling today on this National Burger Day?
I'm just over here doing my thing.
Inside jokes for the win.
I'm doing all right. And it's National Burger Day? I didn't know that.
Is. I know. I didn't know it either until like 2 seconds before we went on air. And I saw an article that was like, all the burgers you should try for National Burger Day. And I was like,
I have Jake Burger on my fantasy team. I feel like I'm doing my part.
Counts. I feel like
nailed it.
It's good to see you again, man.
It's good to see you. I missed you, dude. I don't like not doing the show. Also, I want to thank Mookie and Matt for holding it down last week. And I also want to apologize to the audience. We'll try not to let that happen again. But thank you guys for holding it down for us. And sorry to you guys for having to hear that.
They have legit run away the entire audience from this show.
we're at a solid one person tuning in here. Like Sarah said she's first, and that's usually we're usually getting bombarded with folks asking if we're going to start the show on time. Like 30 people waiting to go in. I know it's the day after the holiday, but I can only assume that you guys killed it. Thanks. We spent 8 years building this up for you guys to tear it down in 1 week. So thank you.
Thanks, Mookie.
Hey, what can I say?
Sarah said, "Am I an only?"
Oh man,
yes, you are. That's what
I am only fan. Yes, Sarah. All right, check her out at Sarah White _OF. Yeah, I was trying to think of the right equivalency to what last week was, and this Scott's probably gonna have to chime in because I feel like it was one of those games where Cal hobbled his ass out, played himself, a good 2.5 innings or whatever to keep the streak alive, but they put him at the bottom of the batting order, hoping they didn't get to him before they could sub him out to be able to, preserve the streak. That's what last week was.
Tell me you don't know anything about Cal Ripken's streak without telling me you don't know anything about Cal Ripken's streak. Like, Cal Ripken to the very end of that was batting fucking third. Like, Cal Ripken did not like he. I mean, look, and I wasn't even a huge Cal Ripken fan at the time. I respected him, but I wasn't like I enjoy his career and enjoyed it much more after it was over. I could appreciate it, but no, Cal didn't go out like no bitch. Like, he went out just as strong like through that entire fucking run, and that's what makes it like insanely impressive. The Braves actually put up a graphic the other day, the old joke, because Matt Olson has the most consecutive games currently played in Major League Baseball, and he's still like 800 off or something crazy like that. Like it's a cartoonish thing to me. It's like it's every bit the 56 game hit streak, where I'm just like, that's a laughable number. Like, nobody's gonna come close to that. Like, and I don't understand like how Cal did it. Like, I really don't. Greenies, maybe? I don't know. Before they banned him? Okay, there's your photo, and there's how we get the numbers up. Cal Ripken, career cheat, and then just pictures of greenies all over.
Question mark.
Question marks everywhere.
The only thing it's missing, Scott, is throwing in something about feet and Kevin Costner, and we're like set, right?
Well, we got to put a goofy picture of one of us looking like.
Like how you did right now.
I love the YouTube stills and the pictures that they use, and like everything has like that same algorithm. So like you've got to have those things on your still, and it cracks.
Is that why we're not growing? Because we're not doing the
the
code.
Why did you look like you're ready to deep throat a hog?
That's what they all look like.
Okay. That was sorry. You were going for that intentionally.
Yes, the shocked face. That's what I was going with. By the way, we got to stop for a second because Robert Taylor said, won't be staying for the entire show. My 16-year-old daughter walked.
Oh shit! Congratulations.
16-year-old graduating from high school. That's amazing. Congratulations. That's wild. Also,
But also, well, hold on. But also, education, right? Like,
I like
getting
it.
smart.
It's also like, isn't Robert younger than us? Like, I'm trying to do the math, and it is not. I am not mathing here, man.
Yeah.
I'm confused as shit. Like, I thought the more you know rainbow was like the same one. I was thinking like, he has a 16-year-old daughter. Holy fuck.
I was thinking the more you know for completely different reasons. Like, holy shit,
Yeah.
Robert. Whew.
All right, he's our age.
I know he's our age, but like, I just completely missed that thing, like that part. Like,
And here we are, 6 minutes in.
Bro.
Yeah.
6 minutes in, and somewhere Caesar's laughing at us. Love you, dog. Pointing out how fucking old we are, because Robert Taylor, I'm 40 and 2 months, sir, which is spot on for the host desk here. God, we're old, man.
Tyson said Mookie is the Angel Hernandez.
Yeah. I gotta be honest. I saw that headline today, and I was like, "They can't be real. That's got to be fake. They got to be trolling us. There's no way that we'd be given such a gift on a Tuesday."
Last night, I was so excited. It was
it actually happened right after.
It was 10 minutes after Backwards K Baseball went off the air. Then they got hit with the curse of the craft brewed sports, where the major news story breaks that you could
minutes
spend the
after
show talking about.
And in fact, it was the first time I was like, "Wow, that happened just before our show. This never happens." Like, I was also kind of selfish. I was like, "Look, I love Backwards K, enjoy it, but also like I want our shit to blow up first, and then like we pull up, like we're riding coattails, like so like we gotta blow up the main brand first." So it was just like, all right, cool. We're gonna be able to hit that tomorrow. We don't have to wait a whole ass week to celebrate it. Fucking Hernandez, getting fired. And good God, I mean, the internet, like
Aaron Hernandez.
No, I was close.
Okay.
Yeah, I was close.
You called him Aaron Hernandez for a second. I was like,
no, and I almost said, I was like, wow, I never realized how close Hernandez and Aaron were. Like, I'm like, damn, I've never done that, but almost did there. That would have been bad. But man, there's just days when the internet comes together and like collectively just annihilates a human being with just jokes and gifs and just. Oh man, the internet was cooking today.
It was
it was great.
It started last night. It started. Okay, listen.
Yeah, I mean, it was like people had it ready to go. Like like the obits when people, you put those shits in the can so that when somebody dies, you have it ready to go. Like people were like, "Oh, I've been waiting on this one. I've had this ready to go."
Guys, I want to know. We will talk Angel Hernandez here. We are going to get to Angel Hernandez and his retiring from the MLB, which the headlines that have come out about it and the stories that I've read, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. There's something fishy going on here. Also, we have a big announcement.
Yo, we got your mom jokes in the chat.
We got mom jokes going on as well. But I want to know because Robert Taylor said, "We're not old, we're classic," and then he said, "Vintage, rather." And then that sounds great, right? Like
I'd much rather be classic than vintage, though. Vintage does feel like we're
feels
old,
really
man.
old.
Like real old. Like
would you rather be vintage?
Think about the white license plate with the black lettering. And you're like, oh shit, there's one of those. Yeah, there's one of those like only on Sunday rides going by.
Wait, does vintage mean we can get certified as like a historical landmark kind of thing? Like,
are you part of this though? Like, aren't you a couple years
younger? You're not quite there yet.
Yeah, so like,
please, are you kidding me? My wife still reminds me how much younger than me she is. I forget it was she said this weekend, and I was just like, or you're just a young little baby. She's like, I know. I was like, you.
Until you're staring down the barrel of that next decade, Mook.
You know what though? I hear 40's the new 20, except you can drink.
Yeah, so, you know what? And I heard people saying that, and I'm like, yeah, except for the whole like body parts, like being like when you were 20, like you may still feel like you're 20, but like your body's like daily reminding you that you ain't. Like that's my problem. It's like, oh yeah, this is the new 20, and I'm like, but can I get like replacement parts that make me feel like when I was 20, so I can wake up and not know that they're there instead of waking up and knowing very much where every part of my body is because it all hurts.
Like what kills me is all these memes that come out that are like, oh, Back to the Future was made in 1985 and was set in 1955, and if it came out today, it would be set in 1994. And I'm like, fuck you for even bringing that to my attention. That's how far back 1994 was. I hate everybody.
You know what the good news is though aren't they coming out with a new one, a new Back to the Future? Like
they better not.
But they've been rumoring that for a little while.
I feel like I saw a trailer at some point.
I bet you did, because the internet can make fake trailers and fool people into thinking that
get out of here
aren't actually coming. So
Mookie, that is a very vintage thing of you to be fooled by.
Look, if it hasn't become apparent based on, I forget what it was, like 3 or 4 weeks ago, where I asked you guys something like, you don't know what this is, and I was like, nope. Yeah, that's what I can get you in the chat. Yeah, Robert saying, did Mookie just cop to being a groomer? No, she was an adult when I met her. And Chase pointing out, 2 crooks and Fed strikes again. Yeah, which I don't know why this reminded me of that. But friggin' FanDuel continues to send me app notifications about the A's money line.
Like, wait, FanDuel's got you. Like, they've got their hooks in you of like, hey, man. It's been a while.
Like, hey, dude.
For a hot second there, I was like, wait a minute. Which one of us is the other crook? And then I'm like, oh, wait, that's right. It's my black ass with me not paying for shit.
And I'm the Fed because one day while I was
I know, because you know all the Gatorade names. I know.
Pain from appendicitis, I tripped up and said frosted cherry Gatorade, and now I'm a co-op, but I am not a co-op. Listen, with tons to get to tonight. We got a lot to get to. Before we do all that though, let's talk about these beers that we are drinking. Go ahead, Mook. Yeah,
I was going to give Tyson credit because it's like that is 100% apt. If it weren't dealing with tech, otherwise, like I would say that's exactly where I'm at most of the time. Where it's like, hey, did you guys hear about this cool thing? It's called the TikTok, and like it's got an algorithm that's really neat. Here's the question I have for you guys as you grow older. Do you find yourself aging into your father more and more as you go? And does it terrify you as much as it terrifies me?
Yes. Short answer, yes. It happens where I'll say things to the boys and I'm like, whoa, hold on. Come here, buddy. Give me a hug. I didn't mean it like that. I'm sorry. And then I have a freak out moment where I'm like, okay. That just happened. Be cool. Rein it back in. All right.
I still wear rope hats. It's fine. We're good.
Scott, are you finding yourself falling into that?
I am, but here's the thing. Not all of it's bad. Like, it's the weirdest thing. You said, like, you went directly to how you talk to the boys, and I'm like, my mind went to actual things that, like, when I was younger, I'd be like, why does my dad always constantly clear his fucking throat in this certain type of way? Like it was his throat clear, right? Bro, that's how I clear my throat now. And I swear to fucking Christ, every time I do it, I'm like, God damn, this is my like cross to bear, isn't it? Like I'm doing the thing that I questioned as a child. Like, why the fuck does my dad always clear his throat like that?
And that's exactly what it is too, Scott. Because it's like those little things you wouldn't really think too much about, except for when you're doing it and you're like, my father's in the room. Like,
yeah, well, and then but like talking to the kids thing though. There'll be some things that come out and man, I'll be like, yeah, man, that one's a fucking classic. That one is timeless. Like that shit worked on me as a kid. I know it's working on your ass. Like, thanks for that one, Dad. And then there are a couple though that where I'll say it, I'm like, oh God, that's the one that I really hated as a kid.
Yep.
Like,
yeah.
You're just like, but you say it, and then now I understand, like, oh, it's all just like these idle threats and shit, like that you're just hurling at them until they stop doing whatever.
It's super funny because as a kid, I thought those threats were for real, and now as an
adult, you absolutely did.
The shit, like
you were, like it worked. That's how you know it will work on them. You're just like, oh, like as a kid, you don't know any better. Like my dad said he'd fucking kill me, like if I don't shut the fuck up, like he might mean that shit. Like, I better be fucking quiet. Like, I mean, again, there's extremes, and eventually, like, you can't go too far because, my kids look at me now like, you ain't killing shit. Like, like
and,
fuck
and
you.
The best part is, Scott,
you said that shit too much. Like, so I got to go, like, more psychological with it now. Like, you start having to, like, up your game. And that's where that's where I feel like a lot of ways I've passed my dad, where I'm like, yeah, my dad wasn't as cerebral with it. It was all like brute force. Like it was all like, look here, shut the fuck up, and like the old grabbing of the collar. Like my dad did the very physical things until like, you know, we kind of got to where wasn't okay in public to do that shit anymore. But that's kind of where it ended. It was just like, hey, shut the fuck up or I'll beat your ass. And it's like, all right, Dad, I guess I'm just gonna be quiet because like you're not really gonna beat my ass, but okay.
My dad he didn't have to hit me. He would just rear back like he was going to. Holy shit, was that terrifying, man. Because I could see him get really mad. And like now that I'm an adult, I'm like, he really did want to hit me. Like
Oh god, yes.
Because he was like, get in your room. And I was like, okay, terrified.
And that shit cocked.
Now that I'm an adult, I'm like, oh yeah, he wanted to so bad. The restraint that my dad had.
Every good father has cocked a time or two. You're just like, get away from me. Like I've actually told my children, I have straight said, like, get away from me right now. And I know it's like, you need to be outside of arm's length of me right at this moment, because otherwise I'm going to do something and it may turn out illegal.
I might go to jail.
Yes.
That's fear-based. That's a perfect transition. Okay, let's talk about these beers that we're drinking, and then we got to talk about this announcement for today, now that we're seeing Coop in the chat. So, Scott, what is in your mug tonight? We're rating it on Caesar's scale, dog or no dog. What's your beer tonight?
When I saw it feels so basic, bitch, but I don't care. When I saw that Leinenkugel had their own cherry wheat, I was like, yeah, I'm getting that shit. And it's only 4.4%, but it is Leinenkugel's Lakeside Cherry. And it just said it was brewed with actual cherry juice. This shit is so fire. This is the doggiest of the dog because, I mean, it just tastes like extra cherry. It goes down smooth as shit. Like, I mean, this is a beer, like, even Cheryl, when I told her about it, she was like, ooh, I want to try that. I'm like, the first sip, I'm like, yo, it's still beer. Like, I don't think you're going to like it. But it's the closest thing that my wife would get to a beer. How about that?
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. It's good, though. It's very good.
Mookie, what's in your mug tonight? Dog or no dog?
Absolute dog. I was scrambling a little bit here to make it on time because I know how much Rex requires us to be punctual. And, oh, wait. He's not even here tonight. Interesting. Funny how that works. But I went back to my sweet baby Jesus, and yeah, this is an absolute dog.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of those ones too where, you know, I paused for a second. I was like, is that too much for tonight? I was like, nah, this is gonna be great. Smooth, near buttery, dark, thick, but not bitter. Which again, I think a lot of peanut butter stouts sometimes, because of the chocolate, they tend to drift that way. But sweet baby Jesus, absolute dog from Duclaw Brewing. Oh, it's a porter. I thought it was a stout. All right. Well, hey, whatever. It's always porter season, I guess.
Tomato.
Right.
I'm drinking the Viper West Coast IPA from Dead Low Brewing right here in Cincinnati, 7.9% ABV. This one is a hot monster, man. This is a dog for sure. Scott, old scale, like a two-brusher. That's where this one's. It's good. It's good. Digging it very much so. Let us know in the comments what you guys are drinking, whether or not it is a dog. I got to catch up on some of these comments here.
I was going to say, apparently, according to the chat.
Man, Dan said, I believe it was when I was about 13 when I became bigger and stronger than my dad, and that's when my beatings ended.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
once you could like legit like throw hands back, I think is when Dad kind of like my little ass. It took me a little bit longer, like 13. Yeah, I was closer to that 18, the end of the line anyway. But yeah, you know, I did know that there was that certain point where it's like, all right, like we can. I can hold my fucking
I'm
own.
40 and I'm still not bigger than my dad. Like I don't have a chance.
I was about to ask him that.
Chase said, if you're a parent and you've never told your kids get away from me, then I need your secret. I think every parent has reached that. Robert Taylor said he realized he was his dad the minute he
that's
hard
solid.
and took time to admire it and never got it growing up. I get it now.
I so get it too, because we've got a lawn out here, and this is the first time I've had a yard I had to like mow since I left home, because we rented and apartments, whatever. And like, dude, it's a fucking battle, man. Like every week, all kinds of shit. I've got these little dry spots that I cannot get to regrow for the life of me.
Don't
man.
get me started. I was just out in the yard looking at mine tonight, thinking, God damn this sod and these fucking dead spots that no matter what I do, I cannot fix.
Well, see, and that's the shit about it too. I learned a year or two ago that there is such a thing as overwatering. Like, how fucking stupid is that? Like, how? Like,
yeah,
I
went down a lawn maintenance rabbit hole one afternoon and learned way too much about how there's actually not a lot you can do sometimes about your grass.
Unless you're just going to pay $150 a month, let the dudes come by and swoop with their shit and spray paint.
Well, no. Oh, yeah. But I mean, also, unless you want to just rip it all up and start from scratch with seed, like that's your only option if like shit goes south sometimes. Like there's
so since we're on this topic, let me ask you this, right? So you got the front yard, the backyard, right? If they don't grow evenly, when you mow the back, do you also then mow the front? Like
I always mow both.
Oh yeah, I always have to because I'm OCD, and so like I've told myself, oh, I'm only gonna do the back because it's the only one that needs it, and then I get done with the back. And I'm like, I'm fucking doing the front too. I'm never gonna leave this shit, and I do it knowing that like I will never do the front but not do the back. But there's a chance, like if I can get away with the front, because the front's for show, so like
exactly,
I can like get a little shaggier, but I can be like I can justify at certain times of the front. Like right now, I need to get my black ass out there and cut my grass. Like there's no doubt about it. But that it's a timing thing and my schedule, and it's just like I missed the window I had, and I was like, well, I guess it's just gonna look kind of blackish for a little bit here. Like
both get cut every single week at the same time.
I hate it.
There are times when only the front gets edged. So that's the
God, yeah. Well, you
don't
edge,
dude. You got edge,
bro. Well, wait. When you say edge,
I live in a subdivision. I got to edge. Like,
do you mean you edge with like the rolling thing with like the cutter, or you
whatever you got to edge, dude? You got to edge. It doesn't matter.
You take that weed whacker, you flip that sumbitch upside down. You edge right up against that nice crisp line. Oh, it's beautiful.
See, I get that. When you said edging, my mind was jumping to where you have that one that's got like almost like a blade on it. It like actually cuts the turf too to get you that real hard edge.
Again,
right?
you can do that with whatever, and you can do whatever you want. You just got to make sure you get out there and do that shit. You can't leave it undone again on the show me parts. Like you got to make sure you get that shit done. Where
Tyson said your mom.
Wow.
I was waiting for an edge joke in the comments.
Here you go, Tyson. You earned this.
Move this man.
I disagree. I actually think that earned the rap air horn.
That was no.
I enjoy a good mom joke and edging joke.
Yeah, that's a twofer. That was a twofer.
Yeah, that was too easy though, man. Come on, make him earn it a little bit.
Okay, guys, get to our announcement. All right, this one is the boo, Mookie. So the boo stands. I didn't leave your mom undone. If you catch my meaning, that was a force.
Yeah, that's
a boo. This man. All right, listen. Big announcement from your boys.
Huge.
Scott, do you want to do the honors? Because
like put us on a threesome.
Threesome? We're gonna go threesome for this one.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. I get credit too.
I mean, yes, you're part of the show.
Today,
I still smell like it.
Today, I know I do too. I showered.
I kind of love it though.
Your hands and like fingers think you had them somewhere. That's weird.
Today, Craft Brewed Sports, the three of us were at Dead Low Brewing, making dad pops a thing. We hung out with Chris Cooper, Coop, the head brewer at Dead Low, and dad pops is really happening, guys. This is Tyson said the podcast.
I was gonna say, I love how that's his guess of what happened. Tyson chiming in with the podcast is ending.
Wow,
yes, that's the big announcement. That's the big news.
That's the first thing he went to.
This shit's over. A streak of a show every single week since the first week of 2019. And
I actually did think last week, I was like, how funny would it be if we come back next week and we're just like, all right, well, this is the last episode of the show.
The streak was over. The streak is over. We're done.
Now, give us a little bit of credit. If we were going to end the show, we would just fade off into oblivion. We just
you'd probably just delete the Facebook group, and that's how you'd know.
Yeah, that'd be it.
Guys, dad pops though. We're
Yeah,
making dad pops.
if you have been following the show, or even if you haven't, because we've brought it up a time or two, we have always talked about brewing or collaborating with a brewery to brew a beer and call it dad pops. And for a long time, Chris Cooper, friend of the show, who, you know, when he was with 50 West, came on and we talked to him back then, and has worked his way up to head brewster over there. He hooked us up today, and dad pops are a real fucking thing, and they're going to be released fucking Father's Day weekend, we hope, or as close to that.
All things go well. Father's Day at Dead Low Brewing. We're going to have some dad pops. And guys, this wasn't like, oh, hey, Coop, like, can we do dad pops? And he's like, yeah, I'll make something, and then we'll put out. Like, we were there. We were putting pops into the containers. We were lugging around the barley that was like left over and like pitching that shit. Your boys were working on this beer. We actually put in work. Coop did all the real stuff. We were just like, oh, do I press this button now? Great, thank you.
Like, Coop was like, here's the shit you guys can't screw up. Do this.
Yeah, because there's a surprising amount of shit that you can screw up. Like, props to everybody who brews beer. There is a lot of math and science involved in that, and it is no fucking joke. Like, there's a lot to keep track of when you're brewing beer at that level.
Tyson wants to know, is there video of this? Yes, Tyson, there is. We will have a supplemental video that we're putting out here soon. I'm stopping, Mookie. If you're taking control,
you're good.
You're rearranging everything. So
I also love how Coop. Clearly, Coop. Yep, you know me now, man. Already telling me to calm the fuck down. Totally warranted. I don't even know what it's in reference to, but it's absolutely accurate. But dude, it was exciting. Like, you guys are out there grinding, doing the hard work. My ass couldn't get off work the entire time, so I swooped in, ate some stuff. That was the wheat, right, or some shit like that. I don't know. Barley? There you go.
The barley.
I was gonna say it tasted like oatmeal, kind of, but you know.
Mookie showed up and realized we actually had to do stuff. Was like, oh, I got a call. Sorry, I gotta go. Yeah, time to go. Sorry, everybody.
The timing was mad convenient. He showed up late as hell, and then got there and was like, "Oh shit, y'all are doing like physical labor. I got a work call. I'll be right back." And then just was over in the parking lot for the next 20 minutes. Like, we were like done with shit. I was like, where the fuck did Mookie go?
And then when he came back, was like, all right, so I got to get out of here. Can I get like a beer and then we'll leave? Like, I got to go. Like,
no, fuck you, because I ain't gonna let you sit on that one. No, I did not ask for any free.
He did. I was gonna say he did turn down the beer originally.
I turned down free booze, which is I think that's big for me. And Sarah pointing out that's what you would expect out of a movie contribution.
The timing and everything was just hilarious.
Now, to be fair, to peel back the curtain a little bit in the group text, and Matt Barr could chime in and back this up, but like, it was great because we were kind of texting about, I think we were shooting for like noon or 2 o'clock today or whatever, and then I don't know, Scott or Mike, someone asked Coop like what time, and you respond back in the group text and go 9. And I think Mike, you go 9 in the morning?
No, I never said 9 in the morning.
No, I was gonna say I was gonna say he didn't question it. I said somebody asked, and I said, as in yes, the AM, because somebody was like PM, and I'm like, no, like we're not going to fucking 9 PM to do this shit. 9 in the morning, yes. And that's how I said, I was like, well, I'm going straight from work, so.
It was Matt Barr that threw out the PM just to throw a wrench.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, Matt, since it is your week, Tiffy is my friend. Much appreciation, much love for everyone who sacrificed for our country. Thank you. Love you for it. But yeah, you will. That's how you force a drop in there, man. There is going to be a video coming out though, Mike. Yes. What's the expectation? What are you thinking we're going to get on air with that? 'Cause there's some take control back. Okay, you should know better by now that at a certain point you just need to take the wheel because I can't be trusted.
All right, well, that was awesome the way you just put the pressure on him to get that video out there, knowing damn well he's got all of the video and has to spend all of his time to edit.
It's all on his phone.
When are you gonna turn around that video that you took today? When are you gonna put that out? We're waiting.
There was ways that you could have said that without, basically putting Mike out on Front Street, like the pressure to like get it out there quickly.
You're right.
Like that he's the one doing it, so you could have like steered that a little bit.
There will be. Yeah. There was lots of video that was taken. We will get a video out to promote Dad Pops and the release of Dad Pops.
But he didn't say, "Hey, Mike, you did a hell of a job doing all that shooting today. Hey, maybe I know it's going to take a minute to get that put together. When do you think that we'll be able to get that in front of the viewers?" Like,
or even
he was like,
or even like as a collective, just like, yeah, we took some videos. We're gonna get it out to you as soon as we can. It's gonna be great. Like that. That would have been enough. Not so, Mike. When are you going to go ahead and release that stuff that you shot just this afternoon? When are you going to do that? How come I thought it would be out by now? That's crazy.
I mean, you got it. Everybody's got an editor on their phone, right? Like, I don't know why you didn't
get that
put
cap cut action, right? Here you go. I'll play it for myself.
Hold this L real quick. Hold it. Just hold it for me.
Timely shit right here. Timely.
At a certain point, I got to wonder how I get anything done in the world because I feel like I am always holding an L in one of my hands. Honestly, fuck.
Market. That's a good one.
Yeah,
that was fantastic.
But seriously, this is super exciting. Like, I remember you guys have talked about this for a long time in the chat, and I remember thinking, like, there's no way. No one's ever going to actually do this. Like, why would they waste a run of beer to do this with us? But it was awesome. It was awesome getting there, talking to Koopsie and all this stuff. We don't have to wait super long. Plus, I love like Father's Day reason to drink and celebrate. I put that up too. Tyson pointing out, if only one of you were a video editing professional, quote unquote. If only.
I mean, you put the quotes around it for a reason. Shit, ain't nobody a pro at this. I'm just there so I don't get fired, bro. Like, ain't no pro about this.
Guys, I gotta be honest. Like,
I am a professional job keeper. All right.
Mookie is right. Like, we have talked about Dad Pops for years, and
it goes way back.
Always seemed like it was just this pipe dream of like,
honestly, you know what it felt like? It felt like the culmination of this goddamn show where we're just like, hey, we should do that, we should do that, we should do that, and then it was never actually gonna happen until it finally fucking did. So maybe it's fitting that this is how Dad Pops finally came together, is after a series of that should really fucking happen. Coop was like, hey, fuckers, I'm brewing this. Show up or don't show up. I don't give a shit. If you do, great. And there it is. Dad Pops have finally been born.
I'm so excited.
I know.
Like, I cannot wait. It's got 3 different types of hops. And the smell on those hops.
Oh my God, they're so good.
It has been lingering in my nose all night. I'm throwing batting practice to the T-ball kids today, just like feeling that hop smell. Oh, it was so good.
I immediately picture Mike, like the hockey players with their smelling salts, just having some hops in his pocket, crunching one up, just, all right, kid, get in that box. I got you. Let's go. So you see hops the Citra. Also, Coop chiming in. It was actually 4 kinds of hops.
There's 3 that were in today, and then there's another one, the dry hop portion.
I was gonna say we've got the dry hop stuff.
It's gonna be good. It's a true like West Coast style IPA. There's going to be it's basically like us, right? It's bitter with some fruit notes.
West Coast gangsters. No, you fucked that up. It's just like us, West Coast gangsters. No, you went to the fucking
it's way better to say it's like us, bitter with some fruity notes.
Oh, wow.
I mean, yes, that's also fits.
Dude,
as I sip on my cherry wheat beer.
That's
is the most accurate description for us.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a good description of the show.
Oh, it's fine. We should just change the name now. Like, call it done. I mean, honestly. Tyson, Black and Cran.
We were just talking about
that just came up pre-show, and I fucked it up. That's the funny part.
Yeah, Scott, would you call it Black?
I said Cran and Cola.
Cran and Cola. You
Which
old
still
man
works.
The fuck out of that. You old man the fuck out of that. By the way, in that name, Black and Cran, I'm Black. Scott's Cran.
Oh,
Don't be
100%.
racist and assume,
Yeah,
way.
don't you fuck that up.
Some people tend to get a little racist. And
As my wife will randomly point out, I have red hairs in my beard.
Speaking of which, and Coop, I don't know if you caught it at the jump, but Scott already dropped the what are they doing there? What would I say? What was it? I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Wow, how did you?
What fucking happened on this show? What just happened?
Mookie just stroked out on his own thing. Like he didn't even remember his own joke about the thing over there.
Mookie, take a timeout. Take a timeout. Headphones off. Headphones off. Take a timeout. You gotta just sit there with the headphones off for a few minutes. Take them off.
Gosh,
Take them off. You just sit there for a few minutes. Okay, breather. There you go.
This is the
I saw pre-show. I'm just over here doing my thing, and you couldn't even remember that. And that was your thing.
It was your thing.
You were the one who brought up thing. God,
I like
I
this
know when I'm out
idea.
of timeout.
I like this idea. This is great.
I know
He doesn't even
this
when
is
he can put his
solid.
headphones back on. This
Actually,
is
as
great.
you were saying it to him, I was like, my first thought was, why the fuck haven't we done this before? Like,
Yeah, this is
we should
something that
always
needs
have
to
been
be-
putting Mookie in timeout.
Mookie needs to go in timeouts where he has to just.
As he said,
Do I get to come back in? Did it work?
Mookie goes to timeout. That's Mookie going to timeout. I am done, man. I'm fucking done. We'll go back to him. He's mid-drag. Can I tap back in?
Well, I
All right,
mean,
Dan.
like,
Well,
shit.
back now.
Clearly, something ain't working for me, so I had to try something else, mix it up a little bit, right?
That was priceless.
Did any sports happen?
You know, that's the best part is there were some big sports events this weekend. Like,
You know what?
who gives
Hold
a
on a
shit?
second. Because you know what? We take now we're taking shit from the sports people. You know how many times people have been, oh, you know, they said they talk about beer, but I mean they barely fucking mention the beer they drink. They don't ever really talk about beer. So now we're taking shit from the sports people. You can't win in this motherfucking economy. Like we're sitting here talking about the beer we spent today making, and people are like, talk about sports, shut up and dribble.
All right, we'll put a bow on this. Dad Pops is actually a thing. It's happening.
It's a
shout
thing.
out
It's a thing.
Shout out
dog.
Dead
Like,
Low
come on.
Brewing. I'm so pumped that we were able to do this. It was absolutely awesome to be able to hang out today, to actually put in effort to make a beer happen, to see what goes on behind the scenes, to taste some of the other beers that are currently being brewed over there. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. So check out Dead Low Brewing. And if everything goes to plan, if everything lines up as it should and as we're planning, then Father's Day, Dad Pops will be released at Dead Low Brewing. We're going to be hanging out there. We're going to drink some Dad Pops. So everybody needs to come out and come get some Dad Pops.
and it's a limited run too. Now,
Yes,
hopefully,
yeah.
it's. I mean, I know the beer is going to be on point, hands down. But I think what Coop say, it's like 8-10 quarter barrel kegs that you're used to seeing. Like it's going to be that much of it. So there's going to be plenty to go around. But don't sleep on it because it's like us. It's vintage. It's classic. It's limited.
Shout
actually
out,
brand-
thank you, Coop,
It's brand new.
for doing this with us. It was a lot of fun. So yeah, mark your calendars now. Father's Day at Dead Low Brewing. We'll have some more info on that, and there will be a video that comes out at some point.
Someone will probably produce and
When
edit,
fucking
hopefully
Mike makes
professionally.
that shit and gets off his lazy ass, god damn.
Well, because
Yeah,
clearly
In between
walk out
coaching
work.
his kids at fucking baseball.
being a dad and working 40 hours and finding stories for the podcast and putting out supplemental videos.
Okay,
for the
so first of all,
podcast, handling social media for the podcast, and
Yeah, if in between all
being
that
run
shit you
down
could
for-
find time to edit this other video, that'd be great, Mike.
honestly, just
Fuck.
stop wasting your time finding topics for the show because you know we never get to them. Like, just don't even. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
we're getting to a topic right now, Mookie. Let's talk.
Wait,
Here's
we
the
have.
pitch. Oh, shit.
Baseball.
No, I'm going to
want
force this
sports,
one.
Mookie.
Sarah did ask, and she wants to know, Coop, are we going to can it? Because there are a lot of people that are out of state that we could, maybe grab and hold on to for an exchange. Will that be an option? Chris answering. Highly special, highly limited, vintage, classic Dad Pops.
So drive your asses to Cincinnati.
That's right. No better time to come to the Queen City.
There's lots to do here. There's lots to do. So that's
top of the table.
Get
Soccer
your dad
team,
pop,
no big
baby.
deal.
All right, let's talk baseball, boys. Big story in the sport. It took over the sports world. Angel Hernandez, the worst umpire in Major League Baseball history, has retired. It was announced yesterday that he came to a settlement with MLB.
What?
Has retired. And that was my response, Mookie. Like, MLB went to this man and was like, what's it going to take? What do we have to pay you for you to get the fuck out of here forever? Like, what is it going to take for you to just be like, fine, I'm done, I'm out of here? Name your price. And then they haggled, they came to a settlement, and Angel was like, all right, I'm out. I will step aside. He is
not just stepped aside. He hit us with I want to spend more time with my family. Oh, we got that song and dance. Like, I was like, man, on his way out, Angel gave us one more treat. I want to spend time with my family, when this was clearly, I got a cash settlement that finally made enough, and I'm tired of this shit too. Like, he's just like, look, I mean, because I was thinking about it this afternoon amongst all the celebration and all the slam dunks everybody's doing. I was like, he still has to hear all that shit, right? Like, I gotta imagine that, like, no matter how badly you suck at your job, hearing that you suck at your job every day still has to take a pretty big fucking toll on you, right? Like, I mean, it's good and all that you've got that job security, but also, like, man, that's a beating of a long time. Like, and he thumbed his nose at us a lot of the time, so I know that there's a certain amount of like, yeah, well, fuck him, because he seemed to like double down on being horrible at it. But I don't know, maybe part of that was born out of the fact that he just heard everybody nonstop saying, you're really fucking horrible at your job, you should like kill yourself. Like people get like extreme like that. Like eventually I'd be like, you know what? Fuck it, just pay me. I'm sick of this shit too, bro. Like, fuck it.
So to answer your question, Scott or Tyson, yes, that is Scott's plan to try and get bought out.
Honestly, it's all I got left. My retirement plan is nil. I just have to hold out hope that eventually somebody will be like, how much is it going to cost for us to get rid of you? And that's it. That's my golden goose. That's the only shot I got left at like hitting it somewhat big.
Sarah,
well, so that's what I was going to say, Sarah, is like, to me, this is a signal that we'll have robot umps next year, right? Because didn't Manfred just come out like a week or two ago and say, no, we're not going to have robot umps in the bigs. Now Angel Hernandez is retiring / getting bought out, forcibly removed. So he's like, cool, I got my bill from the league. Now it's time to turn it around and make 10x that on these robots. Like, what do you say? Over under 18 months until there's robot umps in Major League Baseball.
I'm going to take the over. I'm going to say over, and here's why. I think Rob will eventually institute the robot umps. And actually, it's not robot umps. It's automatic ball strike system is what they're going to go to. But he'll institute it. The players' union will say no, and then they have to wait a year, and then he'll just institute it because that's how the rules go. Like, baseball has this weird thing where the commissioner can institute a rule, and then the union can say no, and then he just has to wait a year, and then he could just put the rule in that he wants. Like, it's a very weird collective bargain thing where Manfred's like, you can tell me no once, but then I'm just going to do it. Like, it doesn't matter what you say. You can say no, and I'll wait a year, and then I get to just do whatever the fuck I want.
I feel like that's where we're at with the federal government, like in everything they do. They'll be like, all right, fine, you voted that shit down. Okay, cool. But we're just going to find another way to make the same exact rule, so whatever. Like, we're
okay, Ohio voters, you want legal weed.
Right.
We hear you. Guess what? You can have legal weed when we say you're allowed to have legal weed, okay? That's when you can have your legal weed. We'll decide when you get your legal weed.
And it's the same report that I heard the first thing when I got to work this morning, and I couldn't help but laugh, was that it went from employers saying, yeah, telework and working from home, it's here to stay. Like it's not going away. Now they're like, nah, fuck that shit. We want all you bitches back in this office. When they did all the looking under the hood of this and got past the bullshit of, oh well, blah blah blah, it all came down to one thing: control. That's it. They just want to fucking be able to control us, and they didn't like the fact that, oh, you're able to do your job at your own fucking convenience and you're happy. Fuck your happiness. What's your happiness? If you can't be happy with just your pay, then fuck you. Get out. We want you under thumb, god damn it.
Isn't it crazy? Like, dude, that is wild to me, because literally, if these businesses just got out of their leases or let their leases on these office buildings run out, and
like let everybody work
could
from home.
save millions letting people work from home.
It would
They would rather spend millions of dollars
just to give us the
make
finger.
people unhappy. Just to be like, nah, you're smiling too much. Get the fuck in here. I want to see that face pissed off over this cup of shitty coffee that we've got here at the Keurig. That's what I want to see, because collaboration and we need teamwork and synergy. That's what we
See, but Mike, you're saying all this, and I don't disagree with you, but also, if you were in that seat, you'd probably do it too, right? I mean, we did just say that this show's tagline is bitter and slightly fruity.
Save the money, bro.
No,
You
I
don't
was
know me
gonna
at
say,
all. I would rather save the money.
Scott Kaiser. I'd be like, hold on a second. You mean I can put more money in my pocket and my employees will like me more? Like, where the fuck is the loss on this? Like,
no-brainer.
This is a easy slam dunk decision. You become the company that everybody wants to work for, and you save all the money from the overhead of the building. Like, I don't know. From a guy who doesn't pay his bills, it sounds like a pretty sweet bill. Pretty sweet thing.
I mean, oh God, that's actually him too. Sorry,
We're gonna bring Joe Hall in.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Before we do though, Sarah wanted to know, what does Lou think about Angel and his retirement? And Tyson said, this Angel going straight to HE double hockey sticks. Not a very good Lou Holtz impression.
Yeah. try better.
Poorly done. I don't think Lou has anything against Angel. I think Lou is the type of guy that
Lou's celebrating Monday's win still. Let's be honest.
The national championship?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lou's out here just focusing on Notre Dame lacrosse, because there they are, back-to-back national championships. You know what the craziest thing about that Notre Dame lacrosse national championship is? Guess who gets the ring? Tyler Buckner. That's right. Former Notre Dame
you're right.
It transferred to Alabama and then transferred back to Notre Dame to play for the Notre Dame lacrosse team. National champion, gets his ring. What an amazing story. So I guess sometimes that transfer portal does some good things. As far as Angel Hernandez goes, Angel's a good guy. He's doing his best. You can't hate the guy for trying, right? Like, Angel's just out here. He's doing the best as he can. He feels like the league's out to get him, and they're not. The league's just not out to get him. He's just not that good at his job. And sometimes the good Lord blesses us with good things, and the good Lord gives us some problems. And Angel Hernandez needs to accept the gifts that the Lord has given him.
I do need to know though if Lou was coaching Notre Dame's baseball team, right, and Angel's running first base, or he's calling balls and strikes, and there's a call or 15
fucking
that
Lou is losing
doesn't
his
agree
religion.
with.
I can tell you
Yeah,
that
what does Lou go out there to say to Angel?
Jesus Christ, Angel, that pitch was 16 feet outside the zone. What are we even doing here, Angel? What are we doing here? This is absurd. That call was terrible. They're all over the place. That's what Lou Holtz is going to do to you. You're throwing me out of the game. You're going to show me out of the game. Think so, Angel. I'm leaving on my own accord. You can't throw Lou Holtz out of this game, okay? You cannot throw Lou Holtz out of this game. He's this far outside of the zone.
I'll give him one more.
I need a weekly I need
I'm
a
asking
week.
you to clean your mic, by the way, Mike.
I need a weekly Lou arguing with the umps. I need that in my life. That was fucking spectacular.
Or just arguing with someone. Just
No,
someone.
no,
I mean,
it has to be umpires
Oh,
because
I don't know.
17 feet outside the zone, fucking all of the S's in that sentence just fucking killed me.
Well, you should have gone with 17 feet then. Get that second S in there. How do you do it, man? I gotta.
That was incredible. Whew.
I just channel Lou. Like I
You
You've
I
got
feel
that
like
kind
you
of
and I
connection
are
with
like-
him.
How the best too is he went from the sweet gentle Lou that we all know with his
Yeah.
bullshit way of congratulating somebody on their horrible career to fucking losing his mind,
Kicking
manager
dirt
of
on a
the-
man's shoe.
Yes,
Like, come on.
just
How low
losing
can
his
you be?
religion over a called strike.
The best part too is I feel like at some point Lou would go and chuck a second base. Just pick it up and chuck it.
Oh
You
yeah,
want this too? You can take this one too.
It would take, and that's the funny thing, it would take somebody as horrible at their job as Angel Hernandez was to make
Yeah.
you get that angry.
Lou would be as kind and sweet as he could be to the umpires. Like he'd be the one that's like, that one looked a little outside, Blue. I don't know if that was a strike. That was a little outside. Okay, we'll bring it in for you. That's okay, Blue. We got you on that one. Unless it was Angel, and then he would lose his shit. I'm losing my shit on this man. This man is a drain on the society. He should not be an umpire.
And the thing is you can't argue with him because all he's saying is facts. He's just out there with facts.
Oh god.
And Sarah also rightfully pointing out that Lou would never lose his religion. He loves our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ too much. Way too much. Sweet baby Jesus.
You know
was
what I'm
probably-
gonna do for you, Angel? I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna pray for you. That's what I'm gonna do. Absolutely ridiculous.
That would be it. Now that he's commenting in the chat, I feel like we finally have to
in the
bring
chat with the
Joe
Jesus
in here.
Christ. Joe Hall,
my God.
all across the country.
Joe.
Joe, how we feeling, man? Where are we at?
How many toes do you have?
right now?
I mean, I still currently have all 10 toes. I'd be doing a lot better if this wasn't a thing.
Oh,
Wait,
no,
what?
yeah,
Hold on.
I saw
Did you
that.
break a wheel?
Yeah,
Yep,
the
broke a wheel
fall.
this morning. So hopefully the bike shop here in town gets the new wheels they ordered from Fort Wayne. They said it should be 12 to 3 tomorrow. I'm just having them replace both wheels so I don't have to go through this again later on and potentially in the middle of nowhere. But I'm at my second of 5 firehouses in Columbus, Indiana currently.
I gotta be honest, when I saw you post that update about you stopping in Columbus, I was like, what the hell? How do you get back to Ohio? Holy shit, that was fast.
Indiana is full of cities that are cities in other states. Like I passed Philadelphia earlier.
Oh,
and
wow.
Columbus, and Madison will be the last city that I have in Indiana. I'm just like, think of your own names. Think of your own town names.
You know what,
original
though?
bastards.
You know what town is uniquely Indiana and has no equal? South Bend, Indiana. That's right, folks.
oh, Jesus Christ. He's right.
I remember when that team from Columbus went to South Bend.
Yeah, they did all right.
Joe,
I was gonna go with Gary because that's where Mike and the Jacksons are from.
Gary.
I don't think I'd fit in too well up there.
Don't go there after dark. I don't want to go there after dark. Fuck. I've been there after dark. It is scary.
Yeah, I mean, but to be fair, my complexion's darker than yours, Scott.
And that's
Yeah,
fine.
dude.
But I still, again, I don't care what color you are. You shouldn't be there after dark.
Hold on. Can we do this? Is that
Oh,
he might be right. He might got you, Scott.
Okay, that's fine.
Scott and Joe face
Side
off
by side.
Oh
It's scary.
God, Jesus Christ. Joe, what all right, besides the wheel breaking down, what else have you encountered over the last week on the road?
What he means to say any good shits lately. That's what everyone's waiting for.
Surprisingly, we've had no wild dumps this time. Thankfully, my stomach has behaved itself.
No gas station Indian food, I guess.
The journey is young.
I'm not into Wyoming yet. No, I mean this past week, aside from having to spend 3 days in this town, which is actually a pretty cool little town, apparently so Cummins, like the engine, like the diesel engine company, they're like headquartered here. There's a huge factory here, and the guy that owns Cummins like puts a lot of money into the buildings here. So like a lot of these buildings, even the fire stations, have like architectural significance. The station I stayed at 2 nights ago, Station 4, has 0 90-degree walls in it.
Huh.
Yeah, apparently like they'll just get random architectural tours that will drop in to see like that firehouse, because it's the way that it's constructed, and it's like it's a theme around town where I think it's the Irwin family or something, but they're the ones that like when they build something, it has all these special like architectural significances. But yeah, 0 90-degree angles anywhere at the first firehouse I stayed at. So that was weird.
That is
Why?
very weird.
Like, were they
I
just
feel like that makes being a firefighter harder for no reason.
Well, I mean,
Like we would have been here sooner, but we were trying to get out of our really weird fucking doors.
there was
Sorry, your house burned down. Our weird fucking angles everywhere.
we kept skimming the corner when we tried to leave the bay with the truck.
Yeah, like that's just weird.
But it's literally like everything's only off by like a degree. So like if you stand and look at a wall, you can see how it angles away from you. But like when you look at it, like when you're walking through, you don't even notice. But it, like once they said something, it was all I noticed. I was like, "Would you look at that? Would you look at that? Oh my god!"
Yeah, I don't think I would have wanted to know either. My OCD would have kept me staring at that the entire time. Like, I gotta go. The walls are closing in 1 degree at a time.
And it did kind of suck because like Sunday was when we had all those 2 bad sets of storms come through, and like I get in and the guys were like, they were super welcoming when I got there. They're like, "Here, I'll give you the tour. Make yourself at home." They got pizza from a place here in town, and like they went out on a run. They're like, "Go ahead and take a shower if you need to." So like I'm in the shower, and they get back from this run, and the lieutenant was like, "Hey, Joe," and I was like, "Yeah, what's up? Just in the shower." He's like, "Me and the guys are gonna help you set your tent up because the chief said you can't sleep inside." And I'm like, "Oh well, no big deal." And then the second round of storms came through while I was in the tent, so that was exciting.
So what you're telling me is these firefighters in Indiana were like, they asked the chief, like, "Can our friends stay the night?" And the chief,
Yeah.
no.
Like,
And they were like,
Can Joe sleep over?
The chief says no, go ask other chief. Go ask mom. If dad says no, go ask mom. But he was like, the lieutenant was like super apologetic, and I told him like, it's not a big deal, man. Like, we sat down, we shot the shit. Like, you guys brought dinner. Like, it's cool, man. I don't mind sleeping in the tent. I would have minded if I hadn't set the footprint under the tent up incorrectly, and the whole bottom of the tent and the bottom of my sleeping pad didn't get soaked from the rain.
whoopsies.
But, yeah, well, it's almost like I've done this before, and you think I would already know what I'm doing. But like despite the thunder and lightning, once the rain started hitting the rain fly on the tent, I was out. The only reason I woke up in the middle of the night was because I didn't vent the air fly, so it woke up almost like a sauna. And I woke up at like 2 a.m. and like opened the door and was like, it felt like Ace Ventura crawling out of that fake rhino's butt.
All right, so we're doing some camping at fire stations. We're meeting some good people. Do you have
not that chief though?
Not the chief.
Fuck that guy.
That guy. Look, I'm gonna pray for his soul. That's what I'm gonna do. Do you
Sarah
have?
does want to know if they let you wash the suds off first, or if you just had to walk out all.
Yeah,
soapy.
just all naked Joe walking out into.
They washed me off with the fire hose. I felt like I was in prison being deloused.
Awesome.
Any media? Do you have anything lined up, Joe, to try to get some more exposure to the wash mission?
The Columbus paper here did a really short interview. The secretary of the nonprofit called and said, "Hey, they want to get in touch with you and get some pictures." I was like, "Cool." So as soon as I got to the fire station and they showed me around, I called the guy and he's like, yeah, do you mind if we use the picture of you at the Indiana State Capitol from your Facebook page? And I'm like, no, that's cool. And he's like, okay, well, how's it been? And I was like, it started off kind of rough, but my feet have huge blisters. But other than that, like, everything's been good. He's like, cool, big gulps, huh? Well, see you later. and that was it. Like, it was the shortest interview I've ever done. But apparently they're going to run the article in Saturday's paper. Madison, where I should be.
I really hope that it wraps like that.
Madison, where I should be Saturday, maybe Saturday, depending on what the next few days looks like. Apparently the paper there wants to talk to me, and I've already gotten in touch with one of the senators in Kentucky for when we get there to kind of talk about mental health with him. But I've got a small window, and like having this day off was not something I planned, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to hit that window to meet up with him. But
so Madison is going to be your last stop in Indiana, right before you cross into Kentucky. That's
it's right on the border. Yep.
So you're almost to state number.
Well, three technically, since I started in Ohio. 2.5. 2 and a third.
We'll call it
3/4.
When's the target to hit Lexington? When are you hitting the?
You mean Frankfurt, the actual capital?
No, Lexington, the real capital of Kentucky.
We will hit Frankfurt, the true capital of Kentucky. I think the goal was like June 3rd through the 5th. Again, that might be thrown off by the 2 short days that I've had out of the last 3.
When did Kentucky's capital move from Lexington to Frankfurt? That's my question that I have to ask you.
When it was made Frankfurt.
Sweet dreams, Coop.
Suck a dick, Coop.
Damn!
Wow. Hostile coming.
Extra aggressive for no reason. Shit.
Yeah.
He's going to bed for the best part of the show.
The road has made you hard, Joe. You
have no idea.
Whoa! No, not like
Family show.
Whoa. All right.
Yeah,
Joe,
great. Now we're throttled. Finally, appreciate it, jerks.
I will be too.
Oh, that's hot.
Joe, I have a question for you. You did your big walk a couple years ago. Coop's out. Dream of you.
That's a big old hairy dream, boy.
You did your walk a couple years ago. Walked from the Atlantic Ocean to the Pacific Ocean. You came on the show several times to talk about that walk. You're doing this new walk. You came on last week with Mookie and Bar. My question.
Carried the show.
Yes, my question for you is, when are you going to learn to not use vertical video when you call into this show?
Never.
Because
I mean, do we really want to see more horizontal stuff?
I want a full screenshot of Joe Hall, and he's.
There's your answer, because he turns.
And it drives me crazy because when we do the cuts, it's like, all right, there's the full screen, and then it's a full screen, and then it's a little mini screen. I'm like, God damn, Joe.
Hey, I'm shooting this on a phone, not a computer, dick.
Man, my man is doing this amazing thing for mental health, and you're out here just shitting on him. Like, I can't believe that you would be so petty.
You know what? No, but you know what it is he understands that the secretary needs quality footage to be able to make a great video. Okay, like he's out here looking for the secretary of the nonprofit and keeping them in mind.
Oh, fuck.
Joe, I love you. I love you in your videos.
You're gonna love me, boy.
Oh God.
Very strange. Allacrossthecountry.com is where you can go if you want to make a donation to Joe and to the walk. He just got new tires, so like go give him.
No, not yet. Not yet. They're not.
I mean, you ordered them. Sarah had a question: are you going to keep that extra tire and bring it with you just as a spare?
Yeah, I'm going to keep the spokes just in case I want to poke my eyes out later on.
You know what? Now that's something that would be impressive. Walking across the country blind. I bet a lot of people rally around that.
Walking across the country But
I
while
feel
you're
like someone's already done that.
What?
Yeah, whatever.
Now we're talking.
Also, you should probably get that domain name before somebody takes it. Allacrossthecountryblind.com.
Also, Joe, money or fundraising opportunity. Tyson saying how much to make it so he doesn't appear on the show again. Name your price, man.
Just a $30,000 donation from Tyson will cover that.
There you go,
That's all it
Tyson.
takes, Tyson.
$30,000, allacrossthecountry.com. We will never have Joe on the show again.
Never, ever.
Hold on
'cause
a
there'll
second.
be-
What do we get? What kind of cut do we get? Because like we get numbers from Joe, so like we just lose Joe and the 30,000.
Scott,
Like what's the
Scott,
fuck?
You for real think we're gonna actually pay? Like we're gonna honor that deal?
I mean, if $30,000 exchanging hands, I feel like we should get part of it.
Here comes
Oh,
cheap
yeah,
ass Scott again,
You're
popping
missing
in.
out. Scott wants to cut and then not to honor the deal. Like it's not that he's he wants a little feedback. Like, cut a little my way, and also fuck you. I'm going to do what I want anyways.
Scott's over here like, yo, what's the vig? What's the vig on this deal, huh? Come on now.
I mean,
Tyson can't get an IOU, but he can get an SMD.
Oh, I get it.
He can't get a shirt though, but you can get stickers, right? Stickers?
No, we
No.
don't.
We don't
no.
do stickers either.
I will sell used socks though on my OnlyFans.
There you go.
Dude, how are the toes? Because for those of you that haven't been following along,
I love how
on
you're
Facebook
smart enough to
media,
ask how the
those
toes
of
are.
you
and
haven't been
switch video.
following along.
God, here it
shame
comes.
on you.
If you haven't been following along, Joe spent some time in the ER. He's got some blisties going on in the toes. Oh my god!
Oh, that pinky.
But wait, there's more.
Oh my
Ooh.
god!
Allow me to crack open a new beer.
I don't know if I can reach the heels. Yeah, there are two of them that no more STDs than I already have, Tyson.
I was
There's
gonna
two
say.
There were two on my heels that were like about the third of the size of golf balls that I didn't even realize were there because who looks at their own heels?
I don't know.
And
maybe-
if you had seen my other pinky toe the other day before I popped it and drained it, it had probably doubled in size, and for some strange reason did not pop on its own. It was
Now that's
gigantic.
the shit you should be selling on OnlyFans. You know that, right? Like video of that, people will pay big bucks for that, dude. Like that ASMR shit, and then those
Gross.
weirdos feet people. Joe, that's how you get your 30 grand.
The 30 grand is only what I'm charging Tyson.
Oh, okay, fair. So is it like $5 a video for the blister popping, or?
No, if you're anybody but Tyson, you can get that for a lot cheaper.
So are you like more of the monthly subscription kind of guy, or are you more of like, I'll give you the subscription for free and you're just going to pay per view a video?
Yeah, that's it. That's the model there. You give them a little tease.
Right.
Give 'em a
right.
little toe.
don't know so much about OnlyFans.
TikTok.
Sure,
Okay.
good save.
Where do you find all the best OnlyFans people to follow?
I don't follow any OnlyFans people.
Oh.
I don't.
Well, seemed to backfire very
I
quickly.
did get a really good burger recipe today for International Burger Day.
Oh wow. Okay, let's hear this.
Quite the non sequitur there.
Yeah, right. I mean,
Good save.
yeah,
Save and a butte.
doing
Go
what I
ahead.
can.
Been a while.
What's the burger recipe?
Well, you take some ground beef,
Correct.
you thaw it, defrost it, right? And really, the key is just to get the right mix of black, red, and
Whoa.
cayenne pepper.
Whoa! Why is it got to
Look,
be black
look,
pepper?
hey, equal opportunity over here. Okay, grind that up to taste.
Shine that sumbitch sideways.
Mush.
And shove it straight up your candy ass.
Thank you.
I don't know that we talk about it enough to warrant it, but I do think it'd be awesome. We should probably get a wrestling drop.
Oh, let me just get on that for you, Mookie. Son of a bitch.
Hey.
Well, you got enough time to be a
It's like
secretary.
you
I
have
mean, shit.
Do Mook just fucking pile it on?
Hey, R&D department, get on that.
You know what we should have? We should have a wrestling drop. Somebody should create that for us and make it so that I can play it randomly and fuck up the entire flow of the show.
All I'm saying is, if I've learned anything from today, it's you just start talking about something happening and wanting to do it, and then like 5 years later, you've got dead pops. So like, I'm just trying to lay the groundwork for like 2028.
Burger recipe. Frozen beef. We've got frozen beef.
Well, no, so it's only frozen beef
frozen
because it's got to
anymore.
be Ohio grass-fed local cow.
What?
Okay.
Yeah, you go get a quarter cow from the local farmer down the way, have him butcher it, and get some ground beef.
It's
for the
fucking
freezer.
Richer over here with his quarter cows and his fucking freezer space for that
Hey man,
shit.
that's how you control
How do
against
you
inflation.
fit a quarter cow in with all the dino nuggets? That's what I want to know. The space in the freezer is the dino nuggets, okay?
Separate drawers.
I can't fit a quarter cow when I got to fit 5 fucking bags of dino nuggets because that's what we have 3 days out of the week, okay?
Also, the
Who would complain about eating dino nuggies 3 days a
only
week?
acceptable form of nugget, because my kids won't eat the fucking regular ones. They've got to be fucking dino shaped.
Did you see the guy who wanted to sue somebody because on Facebook Marketplace he responded to an ad for barbecue or for chicken wings? He responded for an ad to chicken wings, and the actual he showed up. The guy was like, "Oh, wings, wing meal for whatever price." So he ordered one, showed up, and the guy made dino chicken nuggets and just tossed them in some barbecue sauce, did it in foil and sold it to him. And then the guy messaged him and was like, "Dude, what the fuck? These are just dino nuggets and sauce." And the guy responded back, "So fucking sue me," and then blocked him. Genius, man. Genius.
But what's he suing for?
God is dead.
That's incredible. Also, that's on my short list of ways to get rich before I die. Being able to sue the fuck out of somebody.
For dino nuggies.
I don't give a shit what it's for.
Look,
It doesn't matter. I just
it.
want to be able to sue somebody and it be a legit settlement.
There's more likelihood that we get sued doing this show than us ever being able to sue anyone.
Oh, there's a 100% chance that that's true, but that's why I said it's on my short list of pipe dreams on my way to get out of this life rich or somewhat rich.
All right, speaking of rich motherfucker over there, Mookie, with his quarter cow
seriously, back all the way up to that shit.
So he's got a quarter cow that he ordered from the butcher. It's frozen in the deep freezer. He thaws it, and
he's got all the special seasonings.
He's apparently
motherfucker. Didn't we talk about the fact that we just use frozen ass Kroger patties, and this motherfucker's talking about having a quarter cow butchered and shit?
Like what a quarter cow butcher.
I mean, it was Memorial Day, dude.
It was Memorial. Why did he say it like
go big? You got
it's Memorial. It's Memorial Day. Like this is the way we celebrate.
Yeah, he definitely fucked up earlier and thanked all veterans on Memorial Day. That's the holiday that he's celebrating. All right, so you've got your quarter cow.
That doesn't play well, does it?
No, it's not. That's for Veterans Day, not for Memorial Day.
Oh, shit.
All right, quarter cow ground beef. It's defrosted. You've got racist peppers mixed in. Now what?
Poblanos.
Really emphasized the black pepper on that one, Mookie. You were like, you get that black pepper, and then you get some cayenne and some other shit too. But
because it did. It was like he wanted to make sure I got black pepper in there. Look at I'm equal opportunity.
You got to leave with the black pepper. That's the
all pepper
flavor.
matters.
Without it, it's all lost.
Cayenne, black.
I'm a very diverse chef. I cook with black pepper. I've got black pepper. All right, so your black pepper, cayenne. Whatever else.
Red pepper.
Okay, red pepper.
And then you patty them up, make them real good. And then it is cracked. It is cracked black pepper too, Sarah. That's absolutely right.
No,
it's a double entendre right there.
That's not true because black don't crack. So it's not cracked black pepper.
Well, but here's the thing. You don't want just the black
smokes.
balls of pepper in your burger. That
I was thinking about black smokes
good.
crack. I was going with the real stereotype.
Oh, wow. That's racist, Scott. That half of you was very racist for that one.
I know, but that's what I thought we were going to.
No, black don't crack. It's black don't crack pepper.
Hey, speaking of racist, while we got Joe on the show, I figured he would appreciate this.
What?
Whoa.
No.
Hold on.
Joe here.
Race card.
I know, weird transition, but you'll understand because this is a bad day to be a racist because as of about
So there's good days to be racist? How's that work?
no, but there's extra shitty days to be racist, like when they take L's, like this one. Shut the fuck up and let me finish. So during the show, it was announced that Major League Baseball is going to integrate all of the Negro League statistics into the MLB database. And that now means that Josh Gibson passes Ty Cobb as the all-time batting average leader amongst players in MLB history. So it is a bad day to be a racist. Because if you're a racist, you love you some Ty Cobb. And there'd be nothing that Ty Cobb would hate more than to know that one of his records just fell because the blackety blacks done taken over the record book, baby.
Not my baseball. Not my baseball.
Yeah, try that in a small town.
Hold on, I know I got sunglasses in here. I'm about to go on a rant. Where are my sunglasses at?
So yeah, Josh
God,
Gibson.
that's amazing. That's amazing. Okay, so if Negro League records are now being integrated into MLB records, which amazing. We integrated the sport. We didn't integrate the records.
Right.
No, we don't want. They were pretty good, so we're just gonna leave that over there.
Ignore that.
I love that. They were like, well, you can be in, but like, we're not going to take any records because they seem absurd. Like, they're so good that none of our players have accomplished them. So we're just going to leave those out. They sound fake.
You can't count those. They weren't even playing against white guys. Hey,
They didn't have subpar players hanging them down. Like, come on. They were competing on an equal footing. Fuck that.
What do you mean, old Balls Room McGee wasn't throwing that ball? That doesn't count. This is a
Balls Room McGee.
All right. So, are there any other records, Scott? That
Yes, there are
taken over after this move? Because this is I didn't even know this was on the horizon. I didn't.
No, I didn't either. And the announcement just kind of it just kind of came out, but I haven't had a chance to look at it. All I'm seeing is that specific one, the average, it now belongs to Josh Gibson, but it says that Josh Gibson will also become the MLB record holder in multiple categories. So we're gonna have to look this shit up because it wasn't just one that he took over. He took over multiples.
The white's about to be angry.
Yes, like that's what I'm saying. I'm like, Joe would enjoy this story because it's like it is a very bad day to be a racist, and I know that Joe enjoys, like the rest of us do, laughing.
I still feel like you were trying to imply that I am racist. I feel like
look, you are, but that's not what I wanted people to see. I wanted people to see that you have a black friend and that you try.
So,
I threw up West Side earlier.
Do you know the team that Josh Gibson played the majority of his career on? It was
Monarchs?
The Homestead Grays.
Mm.
They and based on the photo I see here on Wikipedia, they got some fire jerseys compared to all that shit they're rolling out for the City Connect. So like maybe they tap back into that at some point.
Scott Gibson also became the career leader in slugging percentage at 718 and OPS at 1.177.
Yes.
Moving ahead of Babe
Ruth. Oh, my God, dude. Oh, my God, dude. That's amazing. That is fucking amazing. Oh, God. There's going to be this. This is one of those low-key best stories of the day. Like, this will get buried, but there's a certain subsect, and I'm a very big part of that this is like one of the biggest things that you can fucking drop. Like, the fact that they stealth dropped this, too. Oh, man, this is good.
They're like, shh, no one will find out.
Right, yeah, like, oh, everybody sleep. Hey, by the way, a bunch of black people are going to be at the top of the record list when you wake up tomorrow morning. Hey, guys.
Oh, my God.
Right. Hey, guys, there were some West Coast games last night. Did you see those? What the fuck does this say about Josh Gibson? Nothing. The Mariners won. West Coast baseball, right?
See us rise.
Yes.
His little thing, whatever his hand thing
Oh
was.
my gosh, dude! No, I think they switched it up now. It's
Wow.
It's like I think their hashtag is like tridents up.
It's Sarah pointing out another conspiracy theory. That's why Angel got fired.
Oh, it's a
People look the
smoke
other way
shield.
from this story.
It's a smoke
Oh,
shield.
great. There goes my For You page on TikTok again. Fuck.
They're like, see, we're not racist. We paid the Latin guy to go away. Ignore these black sons bitches at the top of the record books.
This is my favorite story of the week, man. This is
amazing. And again, how great is it that it happened during the show? Like, this isn't something that like dropped right after. We've had this mid-show.
never
Like,
happens.
Josh
Wait, this
Gibson
just
is
happened?
record holder. Yes. Like, they just made this happen within the last like
Wow.
4 hours. Like, the announcement came out like it's dated 4 hours ago, but the news just started trickling in like during the show. Like, I started getting these texts, and I'm like, wait, what the fuck?
Weird. Like, yeah, this is one of those things again where it's like,
And I had no idea. Like, I didn't, like I said, like no, like Mike mentioned, there's no mention of this. Nobody was like, oh, hey, there's this thing that might be coming, or like this could be a possibility. Nothing. It was just stealth drop. Like, hey guys, by the way, black guys, top of the list, just so you know.
Black people stats matter. Like,
Yeah. Like, oh, your childhood heroes, Babe Ruth, he's not a thing anymore. Josh Gibson, new hotness.
you know
He's
what?
your new standard. Like, it is no longer the Babe Ruth of baseball. It is now you're the Josh Gibson of that shit. Like, I can't wait to fucking correct the motherfucker when they say anything about being the Babe Ruth or something. I'd be like, excuse me, you mean the Josh Gibson of that shit?
I mean, Sarah asking the right question too, though, of how many motherfuckers of the week are going to come out saying something really fucking stupid.
Oh God, all of them,
Harrison Butker all over this. I can't wait. To hear
It
his
doesn't have to be
response.
Harrison Butker. It's just gonna be local dude down at your grocer. Like, he's like, it's gonna be guy you run
And
into
there's a
at the
fly
gas
ball to the left.
station.
The guy
Oh,
with the
did you
Punisher
see
sticker
what
on
they
his
did
truck.
Did you see what they did to fucking baseball, man? That's why I fucking don't watch that shit no more. Let them black some bitches into the record book, and now fucking Babe Ruth is it. Fuck that shit. Oh man,
Half of
it's
Scott
gonna be
sounds really
fucking
mad.
great.
We need a new character on this show of all white Scott, where it's like, not half a Scott, all white Scott, where he puts on the Oakleys, he sits in a truck and like goes on a rant about black Negro League baseball players taking off watching the rankings.
This
I mean,
is so great.
It-
I
well,
can't
hold
wait
on,
to
Mike.
correct somebody on that shit. Yeah, you
We can make it happen. Oh, wait, hold on, Scott. Get ready. You ready to you locked and loaded? Give me a little some of the Scott reaction here
Of what? What am I reacting to?
of the angry
He just did
past.
it. He just did it. He just what
Yeah, well, I was gonna play the Scotty doesn't know.
cracked. Get rid of it.
What?
Cracked black pepper, cayenne, and red pepper. What is happening with this?
Dude, I don't even fucking remember anymore. I don't know. I threw some shit on there. I put it on the grill. I grilled it up. I put pepper jack cheese on and I ate it all. And then I had a food.
That's how you're wrapping this up. We've waited this long to find out this.
Listen, dummy, you really think I actually had a fucking burger recipe? No, absolutely not. I was throwing smoke to get out something else stupid I said.
Hey, look, Mookie, I got your back. You know what? That sounded like the Josh Gibson of burgers, and I'd like to try that.
I did have an idea for a burger that I floated to friends. I want to know what you guys think of this one. Okay, you take your patty, you sprinkle taco seasoning on it, coat it in taco seasoning.
It sounds like some white trash shit. I'm in. Keep going.
No, this isn't white chocolate. This is Mike had too much sativa and had an idea. So you coat it in taco seasoning and you grill that up, and then you melt like the shredded Mexican cheese on top of that. And then you serve that with lettuce, tomato, and salsa.
The only thing you're missing is Taco Bell taco sauce. You throw that shit on there, that fire sauce on top. You know that bottle you get at the store.
And
the
some
grocery.
Doritos Locos tacos.
Ooh, or yeah, you could put the fire Doritos.
Or
on
Fritos.
there.
Fritos
Fritos.
could work on that too. give you that chip.
Mike, I got to ask you the question, though. Are you putting the taco seasoning in the beef before you patty it, or are you just sprinkling it on top? Like, I feel like you got to work that into the meat. You got to work the meat.
I am not a rich motherfucker that quarters a cow and has it sitting in my freezer and then grinds it up in my own little grinder and fucking. I get the frozen patties from Kroger that are pre-made, and then I take those out, and it's a big block of burgers, and I smash that on the counter a few times, and then one of them breaks off, and I'm like, great, there's one. Then I smash it again, and then another one breaks off, and I'm like, 2 burgers ready to go. And then I throw that big block.
Throw the knife in between 2 of them.
See, I was going to Joe. That's what I was going to say. I was like,
out of the way, and I throw those sons of bitches back in the freezer, and then I take these that have like ice kind of caked on them because like a plastic bag that they're sold in, they always get ice all over them, and then I like try to chip off some of the ice, and then I throw that on the grill, and then I season. So that's how I do it, because I don't fucking quarter a cow like some motherfuckers on this show.
Nothing about that sounded abnormal.
listen,
Everything about that sounded like classic burger prep. In fact, I'd call that vintage burger.
Vintage.
Here's the other part of the burger prep too, where it's like, I'm fucking starting up this grill. I'm grilling this for 2 burgers and 3 fucking hot dogs. This is real. And I have to go through all of this
entire grill
up and all of this shit for 2 burgers and 3 hot dogs.
Please
Why
tell
can't I
me
eat some goddamn chicken or like some barbecue? No.
What did the rest of the family eat?
please tell me you don't have a charcoal grill, Mike.
What's that, Mook?
Please tell me you don't have a charcoal grill.
No, I got the flat top.
Oh, good. I was like,
not a Blackstone because again, I'm not a rich motherfucker, but
right, naturally.
That's only for the quarter cow.
Yeah, you get a quarter cow. You're not throwing a quarter.
Everybody knows the white stone's better than the black stone.
Joe, you have disappeared. You have completely disappeared.
Yeah, that happened.
I feel like we need to let you
nobody's
go.
Business.
Like you don't exist. Like it's creepy.
Yeah,
it's very creepy.
You know, Mike, we could talk about these beers.
Why? We haven't even gotten to the stories yet from this week.
I know, but look at the timer.
4 minutes. Let's wrap this up.
All right, well, let's do this quick then, real quick. This Birmingham-Southern college baseball story is my favorite story in all of baseball until the Negro League stats got integrated into the MLB.
Wait, hold on.
Now this is my second favorite story.
Sip, chug, drain, pour. Angel Hernandez retiring.
No, you're fucking the whole thing up. Never mind. Keep going, Mike.
Someone got a
No, we don't have time for derailing the show. Fucking sip, chug, drain, pour at this moment. Like we passed that point.
Scott, I was really hoping if we pushed hard enough, we could go the whole show without covering a single fucking topic. Like I told Mike today at the brewery, he's like, "Oh, I got to find topics." I'm like, "Dude, stop finding topics."
Oh, yeah, he asked me about that when we showed up, and I was like, "It's like we're gonna talk about Angel Hernandez and this beer. That's it.
Let's talk about Pope.
That's all we're gonna talk about, and that's all we've talked about."
Here we go. We're going to get through these headlines here. Birmingham-Southern is a D3 college. They have qualified for the D3 College World Series.
Hell yeah.
On its face, that's not that great of a story. Cool. Like a small school qualified for the College World Series in D3. They did so by winning their super regional when 9 of their players had food poisoning, one of which had to go to the hospital. The rest had to get IVs just to be able to focus. So like that in itself is like, wow, that's a pretty great story. Here's the crazy part about Birmingham-Southern. The school will cease to exist on June 1st. They are shutting down. The school no longer exists. And that's the first day that their college baseball team will play in the College World Series.
What?
They will be playing for a school that has closed its doors 168 years.
They're going to win it all.
Right?
This is being made into a movie. They are winning it all, and this is going to be made into a movie. You can mark this shit down now. All right, next week, play that back to me when they lose in the first round.
It does feel like there's some executive at Disney that's like,
I mean, no, this is crazy.
Seriously. And then when they lose, they're like, who cares? We'll make them win in the movie. And
I was just gonna say they'll fudge it in the movie, or they'll do one of those. Whatever is the last game they win, that'll be the last game they showed, and then they'll do one of those epilogue things where it's like, They didn't go on to win it, but who gives a shit? We already have your money, and this is a great story. You
Oh, you
enjoyed
mean
the
like
rest of
remember
it.
the Titans
So have a nice day.
where all those schools were actually integrated at the time?
Yeah, that's actually what I meant. Like, just like that. That is just like, oh, cool.
It is so hard to cut to you, Joe, with you.
I mean, he's there, and you can see the
Blacker
shadow
than
in the
me.
outline. But
I like it.
I mean, he was that way when he first signed on.
I like no,
Oh.
blackest guy.
I
on the
just
show.
you
got
want to cut to that?
I just got a text from my buddy Joe who sent me a link to a Josh Gibson Grays baseball jersey for $96, and I might have to buy that. Holy
I mean, right though, dude, they're sick. Like they're basic, but they slap.
that's badass. Thank you, Joe, for giving me that one. Okay, let's switch gears here real quick. Let's go to basketball.
Boom shakalaka!
NBA playoffs in full swing. It looks like
He says while they're in the conference. Actually, well, one conference final is over and the other one's about to wrap up.
yeah, well, full swing. That's
Full swing. They're in full
There
swing.
we go. That's full swing. It is crazy how dominant the Celtics have been. Although I feel like if Halliburton didn't get hurt, maybe this Eastern Conference Finals goes a little bit differently, or at least is a little bit more competitive. But what I wanted to talk about was LeBron, because it's always about LeBron.
Yeah,
LeBron was at an AAU game this week, watching his kid. And during the game, he was watching NBA playoffs on a tablet on the sidelines. And he was videoed from behind where people were watching him watch the game. And they put it out on social media, pointing out that even LeBron uses pirated sites to watch NBA basketball games.
Yeah.
For three. Oh, he backed it in. We're going to overtime.
Slightly early on the overtime drop, but yes, thank you. A little bit. We're like 10 seconds away from overtime, but it counts. But yes, LeBron using a pirated site and then people grilling him on social media because they were like, oh, he's going to get it shut down. Even LeBron's using pirates, so they're going to get it shut down. He was using Stream East, which is apparently like a big pirate site to use. Mookie, this felt like it was right up your alley.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I love it because it just shows how much easier it is to get the stuff that you want for free than it is to try to figure out how to do it the right way and pay the OWGs. I mean, I respect the hell out of that. I just wish you would have shared the link out so we all could hop on that stream. You know what I mean? Like, that's the one tricky part is the sites they'll move, right? You just got to find the right place to start, and then you got everything you need. I also just why his kid was playing, right? And he's just like, nah, I'm gonna watch
Jordan's
NBA.
fuck watching these kids play. Let's just
Right?
fire up this stream.
I would have just stayed my ass at home.
Yo,
Like, come on now.
it's a pirate's life for me.
Even LeBron is team
I love
FTK.
I love it. He's like, you know what I would rather be doing? Sailing the high seas than watching my son play this fucking basketball game. Hey, don't you have some like super package? No, not even I have that shit. I'm just like you. I have to get up and go to my job that I hate tomorrow too. Remember when I said that thing? Yeah.
That's the worst part is I bet you there's some shit where they give the players like a free NBA league pass and he's still like, nah, that shit's hard to figure out. I'm just going to go to the pirated site. It's fine.
It's amazing to me that the arguably the face of the NBA, you can say top 2 player to ever play the game is out here
Goat.
sailing. That's fair, Joe. You could say GOAT. You and your pitch black background where you just fade into.
You could say goat and be wrong and sit there in the wrongness. That's the Babe Ruth it takes right there. Second fiddle.
We're gonna get so much.
Dude, I'm gonna
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
I am gonna wear this shit out, dude. I cannot wait.
Which I will say that's been a fun game in the group text where Mike will drop in and be like, look at what these idiots are commenting on the YouTube video where clearly they don't understand what's said.
Oh, there was a lot of you don't get the shows.
Oh,
on our
yeah,
Sunday
man.
night
Oh,
videos.
God.
I
Yeah.
actually really loved it. I was like, I think we've kind of semi made it when people like don't understand the inside jokes and the actual comedy of the show within the comment section to prove that they never actually watched anything other than that one moment or whatever they're fucking bitching about.
And the best part is jokes on him because we got your view, bitch. Thanks.
Mm-hmm. And an added bonus, your comment. The comment really drives it. You got double engagement on that shit.
The video in question, as a matter of fact, let's go ahead. Let's switch to golf.
Playing a game of whack fuck here. Whack.
The video in question was the clip of the show where we were laughing about Scotty Scheffler's wife having her baby, and it was a month after the Masters, and we jokingly said, what a fraud, that he was in no danger of missing the Masters. And like, it was this outlandish thing. I want to read the comments on that video. I want to read the comments. Somebody doesn't understand how pregnancy works. Women can go up to 42 weeks, but can give birth at 38 weeks, can also go to 44. You sound like idiots. This guy said, delete your channel. Then this guy commented 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Shut up, dude. Chill, Aaron Hernandez. I don't know who that was directed at on the show. Like somebody.
I'm not sure either. Aaron we made the Aaron Hernandez reference, but I wasn't sure who that was directed towards.
I mean, I'll be honest, probably not me.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a good chance it was me, but I was kind of hoping it was. I'm like,
it might have been you, because then he hit us with "Get back to your 9 to 5," and then said, "Get some just for men, dude." So I feel.
Yeah, I saw that one and I was like, I don't know, man. That could be me or Mike, but we both wear hats these days, so I don't know.
Well, it's the beard. We're seeing it in the beard. I got that. You got that salt and pepper in the beard.
Yeah, but I definitely did say it to myself, like it's me or Mike. Either way,
Scott's gonna go full Ryan Day and black out that beard.
I should just show up with it like jet black one day, like fucking LeBron style, like, and ignore it, like don't acknowledge it and happen at all. It's just like, that's not your hairline. Like, oh yeah, my hair, my facial hair, it's always been this jet black. You haven't noticed?
The final comment that I want to read was just really stupid video.
And you know what that deserves?
I
love that they got to the end and decided really stupid.
You know what?
Like,
this was really stupid. What you guys do is dumb. I don't know if you know.
I watched this whole thing, and I think this is stupid.
You know what? I was on board for the first 6 minutes, but at the end, I realized this is really stupid what you're doing here. I did have a tennis story. There was a guy in the tennis tournament. I think it's the French Open that's this week. He launched a ball. He got pissed off and launched a ball into the crowd and hit some lady in the face. And then there was controversy because he wasn't disqualified for it. And they were like, how could he not get disqualified for getting angry and smacking a ball and hitting some lady in the head? The match was delayed for 15 minutes while the refs got together and debated what to do. And then they ended up letting him play on it, and then he lost anyway, so it didn't matter. But there's your tennis story.
That ball don't lie. It's been tennis, brought to you by Crapper Sports.
Rex may not be here, but his spirit lives on.
Can we do one quick hockey story?
But hey, as they say in hockey, let's do that hockey.
Scott, one Canadian team left, and it's up to Dallas to eliminate him.
They got
to be tough, Scott. Are you getting nervous?
The Dallas North Stars will bring us home, baby. We're good. I ain't fucking worried about shit. Canada shits themselves all the time. So
you're not worried about the
that's me.
Chris Conway showing up.
What? No, we're not worried about Canada. Fuck them. Also, the Avalanche got this, baby.
They're eliminated. They got eliminated.
I mean, next year they got this, baby.
Fantastic. One more quick headline for you before we go. Never realized how much it looked like that guy was S and Bo Jackson's D at the end of that. Anyways, Snoop Dogg is the official sponsor of the Arizona Bowl this year. I guess Arizona Bowl is doing this thing where like a different celebrity is the sponsor every year now. So it's the Snoop Dogg Gin and Juice Bowl.
I thought it was with Snoop and Dre. I thought it was like Snoop and Dre present the Gin and Juice Bowl. Yeah.
Right.
Don't fucking. I know he never gave us fucking detox, but goddamn, don't erase his name. Don't fucking try to Josh Gibson.
Well, it's not. It's the
become the greatest
Snoop
of all
Dogg.
time.
It's the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl presented by Gin and Juice is what the name of the bowl game is.
But also, Dr. Dre funded all that shit.
Dr. Dre is a partner in the cocktail that they're promoting, the Gin and Juice cocktail. With Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. Anyways, Snoop Dogg has announced a first of its kind thing with this bowl game where every player that plays in the bowl game, I think it's like the MAC and the I don't even know, the Mountain West maybe is the other team as part of this bowl. Every player that plays in this game gets NIL money. Like Snoop is just paying players to play.
There we go. That's what we need. Like, why is it taking this long to figure this shit out, right? You want kids to not skip bowl games? Pay them. Period. Hell, you want kids to play football? Pay them. It's not that hard.
It is an interesting tactic to get these kids to play in a meaningless bowl game. Like we've complained about.
It's
like
not meaningless. It's a payday. They're getting something from it.
No. It's meaningless in the grand scheme of things. It's the Arizona Bowl, like the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl. It's not a bowl game. It's not. It's that's all it is. Even though bowl games matter, this one doesn't matter. But it's crazy because we've talked about opt-outs and like people have been very upset. And even though now there's a new plan in place where the NCAA is going to be revenue sharing, teams are going to be revenue sharing with their athletes and they're going to be able to actually pay players. This may be the way to get those players to play in these bowl games is offer NIL money. Scott, your reaction to the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl presented by Gin and Juice, paying players NIL money to be in the game.
This is the Josh Gibson of fucking ideas in order to get the fucking players to play these games. I mean, Mookie actually nailed it right away. It's like, pay these guys. You want guys to not skip? Pay them. You want them to play? Pay them. I mean, that's what we're finding out. This isn't like a hard assignment. The math's not crazy to figure out here. It's real simple. You want these kids to play. You want the highest profile guys to stick around or play in these meaningless fucking games. Pay them. They'll be there.
They all come from the school of fuck you, pay me. I will say, Tyson.
I was actually concerned that they would like not actually know who Snoop Dogg is. Like we're entering that territory.
Let's not even entertain that shit.
Ooh, whatever. I'll take that nigga's money. Because I mean, that's how that go. Like, I mean, look, if I was a football player right now, that's it. I'd be like, who? I don't give a fuck about a Snoop. What? Is he paying? Okay, cool. Tell that motherfucker to make it out to cash.
You dropped that, Scott, and Joe fell off the show so fast. Joe was like, and I'm ending this vertical video as soon as I can.
Yeah, because they didn't.
My interviews are gonna get a lot shorter if I stay on the show.
Big gulps, huh? Well, Tyson with a great joke. If Snoop's sponsoring it, why isn't it called the Smoke a Bowl? That's a fantastic name for a bowl. Fellas, let's talk about these beers that we were drinking tonight. We're rating them on Caesar's scale, dog or no dog. Scott, mug.
I was drinking Lyndon Kugel's Lakeside Cherry. Dog as hell. I'm not going to hold anything up. It's fucking fantastic summer smooth drinker. 4.4, but makes up for it in all the flavor.
Luke, what were you drinking?
The sweet baby Jesus is always going to be a dog. That 6'2" comes down smooth and leaves you feeling fine. Oh, any day of the week, this can be my dog.
I was drinking the Viper West Coast IPA from our friends over at Dead Low Brewing, the makers of Dad Pops, coming
That's
to you.
right.
Father's Day. It's great. It's a great beer. And if this is anything close to what Dad Pops is going to be, I can't wait. It's going to be fantastic. Fantastic beer. Also, the beers I'm having next week from Dead Low, unreal. I'll tell you right now, dogs. Hands down. I got a can of the orange cream vanilla. I got the Gary, and I also got the coffee lager. Dog.
You got the Gary?
Got the Gary.
Hell yeah, man.
Gary.
Yeah, that because to me that was the best one. Like I loved it so much, but I wasn't sure, to be honest with you. When I first sipped it, I was like, I don't know if Mike's gonna like this all that much.
Dog.
Yeah,
Absolute
that shit's
dog.
delicious.
Ryan McCarthy saying, "What's up, fellas? I can't take credit for this joke, but I saw a joke on social media saying Angel Hernandez retiring was the best call he's ever made. Long live Caesar. Take care, guys." Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate you, man. I did like LASIK chiming in on every post about Angel Hernandez that was like, "We tried to offer Angel free LASIK, but he didn't return the call." Every post they chimed in on. It was
Gotta get your name out there.
That's actually pretty good.
Gotta get your name out there. Ain't no
I respect the hustle. It's a sleazeball hustle.
It's
but
2024. Who doesn't know about?
I was just gonna say, do you remember when you didn't know about LASIK when it was like foreign? Like, remember your first friend? You got LASIK? Oh shit, what's it like, man? You put lasers in your motherfucking eye? Like,
You can
this is
see.
wild.
You can see. That's crazy.
Like, look at you. You're just over there with your LASIK, just doing your thing.
You probably
I
got
see
a
you.
quarter cow in your freezer right now. You son of a bitch.
This motherfucker with LASIK. He's got the Josh Gibson
No, man, this
of
is here right
eyeballs.
here. I don't need no corrections. These are just my beautiful, beautiful brown eyes coming at you.
That was the Josh
Guys.
Gibson of winks, motherfucker.
This has been a show. I appreciate it. This has been quite the. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you for sharing out the show, helping us out. Be sure to sub to the YouTube video. Me and my wife are doing a couple videos here coming up. We're doing some bourbon. Those will be on there. Eventually, the video of us brewing the beer will be out there whenever that asshole Mike gets putting it together.
Come on now, Secretary. Get your job done.
So sub to the YouTube channel. Tell a friend to sub. Help us out. That's the best way that we can grow. Because clearly people don't like our Scotty Scheffler content. We need your help to share out the show and get people into the clubhouse here. Be sure to follow us. We're on Twitter, Instagram, at Crafty Sports. We're on TikTok too. And join the Facebook group. It's a ton of fun inside there. It's really the only reason that I have Facebook anymore. Get in there and talk with you guys in between shows in the comment section. Come to life. Shout out Belly Up Sports, bellyupsports.com. Tons of great content there at the Belly Up Sports Media Network. Be sure to sub, rate, review all those podcasts. We will see you all next week. Cheers, everybody.
Yo, this outro music is hot. I'm about to go take the Josh Gibson of shits. Peace.
You never walk alone, dog.
Feel like poop right now.